Let us bring our mind in the present moment. All past has gone, never to come back. Future yet to unfold. Life and realization happens in the present moment. Let us chant loudly in our mind or otherwise to ensure all other unnecessary thoughts vanish. Like when sleep comes, all other thoughts slowly go away. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
अखण्डमण्डलाकारं व्याप्तं येन चराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुरेव परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। स्थावरं जङ्गमं व्याप्तं यत्किञ्चित् सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। चिन्मयं व्यापि यत् सर्वं त्रैलोक्यं सचराचरं तत्पदं दर्शितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। त्वमेव माता च पिता त्वमेव बन्धुश्च सखा त्वमेव विद्या द्रविणं त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव त्वमेव सर्वं मम देवदेव। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। समस्तजनकल्याणी निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्परम्।
Hari Om to all. Thank you, Vidya. I hope all of you are reading the summary sent by Vidya. It is important at least to read before the session starts. Otherwise, in Marathi, there is a saying, Udsa part, Magcha Sapat. Means I am just going ahead and ahead, but what has happened earlier, we do not know. Because this is a sutra, bhashya. So sutra has a thread. So the book name is Jivan Sutrani, aphorisms on life to make life simple, easy and happy. The chapter name we are dealing is take charge. I have to take charge of my own life. I must not give this power to my spouse, my children, my grandchildren, my leader, my boss, my society, my religion, my caste. I must have this power. I must have this power. What is life? Only two things we have to do. This is Guruji's one of the best, contribution where it makes life so simple. Only two things we have to do in life. We have to face the situations which are coming one after another. Number one. And secondly, we have to create our own future, create our own destiny from that situation only. There is no third situation will come. So face it and make it. Next sutra, we have to own up our responsibility of our own life. The day we do this, I think 50% of our energy will be saved, because there is nothing to blame, nothing to criticize, nothing to complain, because my responsibility of how I feel is my own. So I think this is a very, very important pointer, because those people who own up their own responsibility, they never complain, blame, crib about anything. Those who do not own, then we can see all these things are happening. Why? Because no one can live our life. Only we can live. If we are hungry, we have to eat. If we are not well, we have to take medicine. Other people can give help and we can give help. That is possible. So next sutra is we have to ask and give help. What blocks this is our own ego. That is what Dr. Narayan asked. That out of surrender and knowledge, if it is there, it is good. But most of the time, our ego blocks in asking also. I don't know this. Can you please tell me? Or giving help. And life becomes beautiful. Today we are going to discuss this next sutra. Life becomes beautiful when we master the art of receiving and giving. Kabir says, na lena na dena. In one of his share, he says, na lena na dena, bas magan mein rehna. So what it means is that life is only about two things, lena dena, lena dena. Constantly we are giving something or we are taking something from this world. There is no third thing. And life becomes beautiful when we master this lena dena by humility. That is the next sutra coming. In all our transactions, whether I am receiving certain things or whether I am giving certain things, it has to be with humility. And suppose we do not do this, then we will not be able to take charge of our life. So Guruji says there are different kinds of people, like even Krishna has described different types of people. Whenever we learn certain Shastra, we also classify. So here from this context of taking charge of our life, there are different kinds of people. First type, these are mentioned and this is our goal. Those who make things happen. These are the people who take charge of their life. Wherever they go, they will make things happen. The question in their mind is, what more can I do in life? They influence people, situations. Second type, to those people, things happen to them. These people have one question in mind always, why me? Why only in my life this is happening? Why only in my case this is happening? So why me is a one question which bothers them, because things happen to them. Second type. Third type are more interesting. Those who talk of making things happen. Very interestingly, these people have one word which is their favorite in their mental dictionary, that is should. India should be nice. India should be clean. Politicians should be all having noble goals, noble character. this particular religion should do like this politician should talk like this teacher should do like this, in the world this should happen, schools should be like that, colleges should be like that, God should do this, why God created COVID, there should be should, wherever there is should, that means we have to understand next time. Now we have learned many scriptures. Should means I am not owning up responsibility, somebody else should do it. So these are the third types. Fourth are very interesting. Those who talk of what happened in life. So first, those who make things happen. Second, those to whom things happen. Third, those who talk of making things happen. Fourth, those who talk of what happened. Most elders, now things are not happening in life. No, mere zamane mein charane ka kitna value tha, Charana was so important, now that is past. Now because I'm not able to make things happen, so I keep talking about what happened. And that's the reason people run away, especially youngsters run away. Because they don't want to listen to anybody's story. They say, I will create my story. Why should I listen to your story? If your story is so interesting, why don't you write a book? And fifth type are still wonderful people. So again, when we repeat this, it becomes very interesting. First type, those who make things happen. Second type, those to whom things happen. Third, those who talk of making things happen. Fourth, those who talk of what happened. And fifth type are wonderful people. They are always wondering what happened to me or what is happening outside. They don't know. I'm always confused. I don't know what is happening. After we learn and take charge and Jivan Sutrani, these questions will disappear. We will come in the first category. So with that background, we say that how to take charge. We have to take charge by giving and receiving, and this giving and receiving must happen with humility. So we saw one saying earlier that it must be with that particular attitude. What is the attitude in giving? Vinaya. So what is that sutra? Vidya, can you read?
Yes, sir. Tasmat swajivana bharam स्वीकृत्य सर्व प्रयत्नेन तत् सफलीकुर्यात्. तस्मात् स्वजीवन भारं स्वीकृत्य सर्व प्रयत्नेन तत् सफलीकुर्यात्.
So that is the eighth one. Seventh one also, Jivanam.
Okay.
Jivanam.
Jivanam vinayenaiva shobhate.
Small one. Jivanam
vinayenaiva shobhate.
So the sutra, seventh sutra, what Guruji has given is that we must bring this Vinaya in our life. Whenever I meet Swami Advayananji, I always tell him. 8 days back also I met him. I was in his room. I told Swamiji, one thought always comes to my mind when I see you, meet you, is you are one of the role model of Vidya Vinayena Shobhate. He is so humble. He is so down to earth. And we all know how much knowledge he has, how much Sanskrit mastery he has, and he has taken the course. But whenever we talk to him, the way he will connect with us is with so much of humility. So very interestingly, there is Jnanam when goes inside. This is again Guruji's sutra, not in this, but once I was in his room and somebody was asking one question. He told when Jnanam goes inside, Premam must come outside. Not only Jnanam. This is very, very important for spiritual sadhaks because we want to throw all Jnan on other people. Maya, Brahma, life, this. So for spiritual sadhak, one sadhana is that whenever we receive Vedantic knowledge, when Jnanam we eat, Premam must come out. Prem, and Prem comes out with Vinaya. Prem comes out with concern, care. Jnanam should not come out unless it is asked. So the equation here is giving and receiving is the way of living life. And in this must be with humility. And this is not very easy, because in Bhagavad Gita also, in 3rd chapter, this is the first word what Lord mentions. That first quality I need to develop is humility. And this humility will not come unless and until I have Shastra knowledge, unless and until I really know that what is my space in, what is my role and goal in this universe. I am not even one speck of dust in this entire universe which is there. Suppose we look above in the sky and look at million stars. Among them, one is solar system. On that there is one Earth, then there is one Mumbai, in that one Ghatkopar, in that one flat, one room, one sofa, and some sound is coming. What is the significance? So with this kind of knowledge only humility comes. Other humility is not the real humility, because it may be for some other reason. When some powerful person comes, then I'm humble. When some poor person comes, and all the arrogance comes before the maid servant, and how we talk to maid servants and our jhaduwali and our kachrewali and all those kind of things. Wherever we get power, then the real character is seen. But this humility is a quality which comes from understanding what this life is, what is my small role. I am a small traveler for some time. And there is a checkout time also of the guest house, when there is a check-in time. And what have I done after 20 years, 30 years, 100 years? Nobody will remember my name also. 30, 40 years is long time, even after a few days. Where is so much of significance? Even if I realize and I get enlightened, who is going to remember? So with all this kind of knowledge, which is spiritual knowledge, the humility comes. So humility development is not so easy, because it calls for overall understanding of myself, overall understanding of God, overall understanding of this universe. And in that role, what is God's role, what is my role, etc., etc. And then this humility starts becoming part of our life every moment. Gurudev gives this very, very interesting quote, that he says that this is one of the most strangest value. There are many values in Bhagavad Gita, and he mentioned, but this is one strange value. The moment I think I have it, I have lost it. Some people say, I am very humble, I am a good person, I am a very nice person. That person cannot be humble, good or nice, because the moment I think that I have it, I have lost it. A humble person really doesn't know that I am humble. An innocent person really doesn't know that I am innocent. A good person doesn't know what goodness one person is doing. The moment I think I have it, I have lost it. That is Gurudev's quote on this. But what is humility? Some people think humility is degrading oneself, always like the jhuka hua, I am a poor person. No, it is not degrading yourself. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. Very beautiful definition of humility. No, always I am a very poor, but then you need not be always poor, humble, always bending about. No. When something is required, you have to stand and fight. Humility is not thinking or degrading or lowering one's own self-esteem before others and telling that I am a very humble person. No, a humble person can be standing erect and talking with authority, but still be humble. Humility is not thinking less of yourself. Humility is thinking of yourself less. Worth repeating once more. Humility is not thinking less of yourself, but thinking of yourself less. How much significance I give to myself. One word I said, the person is not listening. Why are you not listening? One thought I expressed, one thing, what I put on Facebook and WhatsApp, so much significance. Those people who are tired and always worried, they give too much significance to themselves. Humility is less. And this also value comes in Bhagavad Gita, that overestimation of one own self is opposite of humility. So there is a very beautiful communication between Tulsidas and Rahim. Whenever we talk of humility, this example always comes. Rahim was Muslim by birth, but he was a Krishna devotee. And he had a very peculiar habit of giving dana. Every day he will give dana. But while giving dana, he will lower his head and give dana. So Tulsidas wrote to him once, ऐसी देनी देन जू कित सीखे हो सैन, जो जो कर ऊंचो करे त्यो त्यो नीचे नैन. What is this strange way of giving? I know you are a very intelligent, wise person, but whenever you are giving dana, why you lower your head? This story is very interesting and known to many people, but to read this of Tulsidas time, Hindi is very interesting. Braja Bhasha, ऐसी देनी देना जो कित सीखे हो सैन. You are a wise person. जो जो कर ऊंचो करे, कर means hand, त्यो त्यो नीचे नैन. And then he replies, देनहार कोई और है, देनहार कोई और है, भेजत जो दिन रैन, लोग भरम हम पर करे, तासो नीचे नैन. The giver is somebody else, but people are falsely assuming that I am the giver, so I don't want that also. I am feeling ashamed that people don't know this and they are thinking that I am the giver, so I am putting my head down. So humility comes with spiritual knowledge, humility comes with wisdom. Humility is not a very easy quality to develop. So humility must be in our head. All the time, humility must be in our attitude. Wherever the attitude is not humble, then the transaction of giving and receiving is not appropriate, then we will not take charge of our own life. This is very interesting that everything must be at appropriate place. When we go to some houses or some homes, things are in different places. What should be in toilet should be in toilet. What should be in dining hall should be in dining hall. What should be in kitchen should be in kitchen. What should be in the living room must be in living room. So this is a very interesting pointer to remember. Everything has its own place. Knowledge must be in the head. Wealth must be in the pocket. Very important. For some people, wealth goes in the head. दिमाग में पैसा भर जाता है. Love must be in the heart and service in the hands. It should not exchange places. Money has a place. It should be in the pocket. Money should not go in the head. When money goes in the head, knowledge goes out. Money should be kept in pocket because it has its utility value and it has its own utility value. That's all. Wealth in pocket, knowledge in head, love in heart, and service in hands. Very practical tips to develop. It should not exchange places. Love expresses as service. No, I love you so much, but I'm not doing anything for you. Not love. Why? Because everything belongs to him. Like Bharatji, I must live that I am only a trustee of this body, mind, intellect, which I have got from my parents. Parents were trustees who gave me this body, mind, intellect, but this body, mind, intellect belongs to God. Like Bharatji ruled for 14 years, there was no war. Nobody attacked because they were scared of Bharatji. And Shatrughna. 14 years, nobody remembers what happened in Ayodhya because 14 years were peaceful, people were happy, people were scared that they should not attack Ayodhya because on those days so many wars used to happen. So Bharatji ruled like a trustee and he was living outside. He and Shatrughna actually were very powerful and 14 years was Ram Rajya there. Or suppose now I am not Bharatji or I am not Ram, at least I am a traveler and everything belongs to God. This world belongs to God. Actually, God becomes angry only when very angry, because if something belongs to you, somebody says it belongs to me, then I think you also will become angry. Suppose your maid servant comes, who is coming for 10, 15 years. Some people, says that my maid servant is working for 20 years. Suppose she says that I am cleaning your house, I am washing your vessels, I am doing everything. This house belongs to me. I think next day you will remove her. If she is developing these thoughts, however good she is, however long time she is working, the moment say, all these vessels I am washing, they belong to me only. All these clothes belong to me. All this floor, carpet area belong to me. So I think this is the wisdom that we know that nothing belongs to us except one thing, that is our own ego. That belongs to me. Except my ego, nothing belongs to me. And ultimately, why this is also true, because when I go to next life, call as death, then what goes with me is my ego only. And some part of my vasanas which the ego is holding, all other things are left over, where it belongs. So these transactions, what I have to do, dena, lena, receiving, giving, for what? What is the goal of life? So then that is the 8th verse. So Vidya, can you read what is the 8th verse? What is the goal? What has been mentioned here by Guruji? This is the next sutra, 8th sutra.
Yeah. Tasmat swajivana bharam svikritya sarva prayatnena tat safali kuryat. Tasmat swajivana bharam svikritya sarva prayatnena tat safali kuryat.
So this is the concluding sutra of this chapter, take charge. Take charge of your life. This is a concluding sutra. What it says, therefore, tasmat, accepting the responsibility, swajivana bharam, svikritya, accepting what? That it is my responsibility to succeed or to fail. It is my responsibility to make my life happy or to make my life sad. And for that, finally, he adds one important point, that it requires efforts. So make your life either successful and happy or sad and a failure. No, I am a failure. So one thing I want to ask now, it is not a offline session. Otherwise, this is one of my favorite questions to ask and have a long discussion with people, and we can have a lot of chattings over this, but you can put on chats also. Whom do you think, according to you, who are the people whom do you think are successful in life? Whose names comes in your mind? Number one question. Whom do you think are happy people? Second question. Third question. Do you think these successful people are happy people? So what is our definition of success and what is our definition of happiness? Very, very important, because this is what all our rishis have said, that ultimate goal of our life is success and happiness. You might say, no, my goal is not to succeed. I don't want to win any war. I don't want to win any sports. But here, suppose we read later on, we will come to know that people who are happy are successful. Not people who are successful who are happy. Because most of the time, one of the myth what people have, no, that particular person is successful. Why? Designation, you see, he has 3 bungalows, travel all over the world, one spouse, 2 children, and then car, and then bungalow, and he is little famous, and he was educated there, and then so he has got so many things. He is a successful person. So very important, interestingly, we must ask, what do I say as success, and whom do I call as successful people? Second, whether do you think these successful people are happy people? According to your maid servant, you are a successful person. Think about it. No, but I am not successful. I am thinking I am not successful, but my maid servant thinks you are successful. You are having one car, one house, which is almost 2 crores. Then your children are abroad. Then your grandchildren are there. You have no problem. You can order anything from Swiggy and Amazon. What is the problem you have? You have lived your life. See my life. A very interesting pointer to discuss, because many people, this Guruji has taken a lot, that many people have this deeper thought, I am not a good enough person. I am a failure. I have not achieved anything in life. But here the goal of life is given as we have to be successful and we have to be happy. Now we have to understand what is success and what is happiness. General parameters of success which are there in the world is that suppose you have a lot of money. If you ask youngsters, if you are majority people, they will say Bill Gates is successful, Ambani is successful, Tata is successful. Now Elon Musk is successful, this person is successful because they have got money, they have got fame, they have got power, or they have got some achievement, or Sharad Pawar is successful, Narendra Modi is successful. Influential connections, suppose you have it top people, or I must have big house or some achievement, some good cars, world travel, comfort, some luxury, I have got spouse, I have got children, then you are successful. Think about it. Very, very interesting topic. Now, what is your problem? You have a family, you have a house, you are earning, you have to eat, you are traveling, you are successful. No? And general happy parameters is general definition of success is those who are successful in life are happy. Then we wonder that no, when we actually meet the person, he sab kuch hai uske paas, but happiness nahi hai. They've got a family, they've got world travel, and then everything is there. They can go in car, big car, they have so much of money in bank, but they're not happy because most people think that money can lead to happiness, power can lead to happiness, fame can lead to happiness, achievement can lead to happiness. If you are married and two children, one spouse, you are a happy person. Comfort will lead to happiness, luxury will lead to happiness. So what are the questions to discuss? Are there many concepts of success and happiness? Are successful people happy? Can happy people be successful? Some people say, no, happy people are casual people, they are relaxed people, they are lazy people, they cannot be successful. Success leads to happiness or happiness leads to success. Our Shastra is going to declare in this book later on. This is a one sutra which is there of the entire book, that if I am happy, I will be more successful. If I am unhappy, I will be less successful. Because if I am frustrated, irritated, angry, depressed, sad, and then I am striving for success, that will create a lot of problems to me and for my family and the people who come in contact with me. But suppose I develop this happiness deep within, suppose I build this joy inside me, then I can be more successful. So what is a successful life and what is a happy life? This is a homework for all of you. What is a successful life and what is a happy life? Are they same or different? This is a very, very important question of Shastra. Because our Rishis have found out all this Bhagavad Gita and Upanishad, suppose we read carefully, they have told us that you must be successful outside and happy inside. That's what Lord Krishna told. You have to fight the war, you have to do Hastinapur Rajya, make it a success, and then happiness will come. Chanakya tells his Shishya that Praja ke sukh mein hi Raja ka sukh hota hai. I have given you this Rajya, but sukh is your prerogative. You have to find your own happiness. So both things in all our scriptures, Brahma and Dharma, even entire Vedas, two topics are there, Brahma and Dharma. Most people think success is striving for a goal and achieving it. Gurudev says that achieving a goal is not success, but striving to achieve a goal, one grows. So many people here who are listening here, they say, why you're telling me now I have nothing to achieve, then I am unsuccessful. Because according to Gurudev's definition of success, if I am having a goal and if I am striving to achieve, even if I'm 85, I am a successful person. Because achieving a goal is not the goal. Striving to achieve the goal is the goal. That is his favorite video. I think we will post it on this group after this session. Because in that striving, I grow. The means has to be noble and the benefit has to be to all. That is the definition of success from Shastra. That is what Krishna told Arjuna in Gita, that you fight the war so that adharma will go, Hastinapur people will be happy, and there will be Rajya which will be having happiness, success, prosperity and morality. 700th verse of Bhagavad Gita. Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partha Dhanurdhara, Tatra Shri Vijayor Bhuti. So Shri means prosperity. Dhruvar Nitir Matir Mama. So there is where morality, prosperity, success, all these things are important. And happiness is tranquility of mind. Happy life is a successful life. That is the core. And that's the reason this book is very interesting, because once we create happiness in us, success follows. Simple thing I can do, I can just remain joyous for some time. They say like honeybee, people will come to us. We don't have to go to people. Because naturally, as honeybee goes towards honey flowers where there is honey, people are attracted to joyous people. And if suppose I am frustrated, irritated, sad, depressed, only those people I will attract in life. I will meet all sad, depressed, frustrated, irritated people, and they will come and share their sad and frustrated story to us, because it's all attraction. Why? Because it is my precious and valuable life. I must not waste. Even though I'm 70, 80, 90, I must have a goal to achieve. No, I don't have a goal, because next 5 births after I want moksha. This birth, I do not want anything. No, our Shastra says that only when I have a small goal for which I am striving, I will grow. Till my last breath, Gurudev says, I want to be on my boots. I want to go with the boots on. Tasmat jivanam bharam swikrityam, by accepting responsibility of our own action. And when I do that, I do not complain, blame, criticize, compare. And sarva prayatnena, this is the last concluding part, putting best of our efforts. Without efforts, nothing happens. Success is equal to 1% inspiration, 99% perspiration. So now this is the completion of the first chapter, take charge. What is the tips? Number 1 tip, goal of life is to be happy and successful. Only 2 things I have to do to become happy and successful. Face life, make life. Third sutra, own up responsibility of our own precious and valuable life. 50% energy is conserved when we own up our own responsibility. We don't say, God, you are responsible, my neighbor is responsible, my husband is responsible, my wife is responsible, grandchildren are responsible for the state what I am today. No one can live our life. Others can help, we can ask and give help. Next sutra. Ego comes in the way of receiving and asking. Make life beautiful by receiving and giving by humility. Put efforts to make it happy and successful. That is the last sutra. We have to put efforts. Bhagavan says, I would have killed all these people in one arrow, just by one sankalpa, but I took birth and I made it happen through you. You have to put efforts. Even I had to take efforts to take birth. Otherwise, for me, in one sankalpa sitting there in ocean, I can just destroy entire Kauravas, entire earth, entire solar system, Many galaxies I can destroy in one moment, but I had to take birth, I have to be born, I have to go through all those grind, and then yada yada hi dharmasya. So I have to put efforts. So what is one sankalpa we will take today? So sit straight, take a deep breath. Sankalpa is a bridge between understanding and living. So what is the sankalpa I will take? We will take, close our eyes and say, I shall take charge of my life and not blame anyone for my sorrow. This is the sankalpa I am taking today at 7:45. Sankalpa is a bridge between understanding and living. If I do not take a sankalpa, progress will not happen. Lord Krishna says in Gita that I just want you to resolve. Ratnakar, the day he resolved, within few years he became Valmiki. Help comes the day we take sankalpa. So I shall take charge of my life and I will not blame anyone for my sorrow. This is my sankalpa. Lord says, I am so happy. Now your life starts. So this is completion of chapter number 1. The next chapter we are going to take is perform to your highest potential. That is the next chapter. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you very much.